Welcome to the journey. My life was great until anxiety overwhelmed me. I was happy and I had a promising future until depression brought me to my knees. I didn't really think about what was next until I had to. It hit me after university, the first moment I decided to consciously direct things and take control, to think ahead and answer the looming questions of what are you going to do? What do you really want? What is holding you back? The pressure felt defining, and the honest search was exposing for me. In the back of my mind, there was a pressure for the next step to be the right one, as if I was searching for a reason to make it all make sense, to make the last 22 years of my life worthwhile, and to start the next chapter in a direction that felt true to me. In a huge world of possibilities, I wanted to know where I belonged. I wanted to find a place I could make a difference. I believed there was a purpose I had to find. I was battling with the expectations of others. I wanted to make people proud, but deep down, I also wanted to find my own way. Whilst this is my story, parts of it may be yours, or that of someone you know. I share my story not because I think it's unique, but precisely because it isn't. My name is Andy. I was brought up in Newcastle with loving parents, an amazing family that gave me the utmost love and support. I progressed through school with relative success. I skipped off excitedly to college and university. I worked hard and got a first-class degree. In the eyes of education, I'd made it. All was beautiful until it wasn't. I suddenly went from being a cheerful chappie to plummeting into a deep depression with no idea how to escape. I felt lost, alone, and disconnected. The education system and society can create immense pressure at such a young age. Before we'd had the chance to explore the world, before we really know ourselves, before we know what's possible, we make choices and define ourselves. We limit what we can do and who we think we are, or who we think we are not. One of the motivations for writing this is to relieve some of the pressure a lot of young people feel, to have it all figured out and to know what to do. This is a story about how I learned to listen to my own inner voice, to create a life that I wanted to live. And it's an invitation for you to listen to yours and create the life that you want to live too. I know my desire to feel fulfilled and to express who we really are certainly is not unique. As you read this book, I'd like you to remember two important things. Firstly, that this is a story written from my experience, written from an authentic and honest viewpoint. It's not academic research or a manual to tell you how you should live your life. I'm not a counsellor or a trained psychotherapist. I share experiences I've had and the journey I've been on in the hope that you'll be able to relate to it or learn from it. It's up to you how you interpret this book and apply it to your own life. I want to be as truthful as possible so you can be too. The second thing is for you to be open to a journey of your own. If you read this with an open mind, it's likely to provoke questions in yourself. It may help you reflect on your own life, choices you've made, and plans for your future. If it does so, be compassionate with yourself, even if you can't describe exactly what it is, and remember there is support there if and when you feel you need it. For a lot of people, feeling lost, however you describe what it means to you, often coincides with mental health struggles. The racing thoughts, the complex feelings, the desire to understand what's going on, where you are. There's often a need to make things make sense. The pressure we put ourselves under can make life very difficult to cope with. One of the other motivations for writing this book is to be another bold voice in the arena of mental health and well-being, encouraging people to have difficult conversations when they need support, to inspire people to talk about their feelings and let people know that when they are struggling, others are too. Before I went through depression, I thought I was the only one. I didn't know friends or family members that had struggled, and I certainly didn't think it was okay to talk about it. I felt so much shame and embarrassment. I didn't want people to feel pity. I didn't want to ruin the image people had of my outgoing and happy character. I didn't want to show weakness. I didn't know what to say or how to talk about it. Through telling my story and exposing the challenges I faced, I hope to encourage others to talk about how they are feeling too, to let people know that when they are struggling, they are not alone. If we all hold our silence, we all think it's just us, we perpetuate the shame around mental health issues, and we suffer in silence. The final part is about guiding other people. You may be reading this to understand more about people around you,